I need you to give us a history, Paul Pierce. Just sell us on Celtics-Lakers right now.
It doesn't matter. Any given year, whether the team is good or bad, you're up for this game. This game always meant something for me, regardless of how good or bad the teams I've been on. I can go back and remember my first 10 years in the league, I've averaged more points against the Lakers than anybody in the league, and that's a fact. You can look that up.
Against me, I was like,
that's a fact right there because I was always up for this game. It's just something about the atmosphere, the history already that goes behind it, and then for me to be a part of the history by going to the finals twice against them, it's just something about this game every year.
So we actually did look it up, guys, and over your first 10 years, you averaged 28 points a game against the Lakers, and that was the most that you averaged over that time. So he's not completely lying to us.
I'm telling you,
that.
I was up for that game.
Okay, let's take it to, current times. That was the past, and what's going on now with the Lakers and Celtics. And starting with the 1-2 punch of AD and LeBron. And, I don't know if you guys believe that they're the best 1-2 punch that we've seen in a long time in the league, but where are they ranking right now?
I think they're the best 1-2 punch in the league because they complement each other. LeBron James has more assists to Anthony Davis already this year than he has had with any teammate that he has ever played with. And that's an amazing chemistry that they both have with one another. But however, when LeBron James goes out of the game, Maria, they're not as good. And Anthony Davis is going to have to continue to perform like a top 10 player when LeBron's out of the game because when LeBron's in the game, he could be a finisher, run, jump, dunk, and block shots. But when LeBron's out of the game, they're going to need him to make some people around him better.
And let me say this. I think the rivalry starts again today, right? Because it hasn't really been a rivalry as of late. I know you may have felt that way, Paul, playing in it. But, your squad's been drubbing them lately. They won the last 7 of 11 games, including that last time they played. They beat them by 30-plus points.
I've never seen Carolina this bad, Jay. Was that a rivalry with Duke this year?
Yeah, exactly. It's always a rivalry. I don't know what you're talking about. This is always
I'm
a
just
rivalry.
saying, you guys been drubbing them, Paul.
It's still a rivalry.
But Jalen has a point.
It's been lopsided.
I hear you on that.
It's been lopsided, but it's still a rivalry.
Carolina went to overtime because that game mattered so much, and it doesn't matter who's on the teams or what happens between the teams, but it's always
doesn't matter the records.
Right. Throw it all out the window.
Throw it out the window.
You would know.
Okay.
Come on, man.
He said you would know.
You won a championship and player of the year and all of that stuff. You know.
One thing that you guys need to know, in case you didn't know, the Celtics are being led by obviously a very balanced scoring attack. One of those guys is Jayson Tatum, last season averaging 15 points per game, this season 22. So obviously that average has gone up. Here he is in our Straight Talk sound bites talking about the leap that he's made.
For me, I just feel so much more confident and comfortable this year than I did last season, along with just getting better, making the right plays, and taking better shots and things like that. But just the game has really slowed down this season compared to last year.
All right, so Jayson Tatum says that he's more comfortable, and obviously we can see that right now and the way that he's been able to score. 115 points by the starters in back-to-back games. We were in the studio Friday when 4 players had at least 25 points in a game, and that hadn't happened since 1960. That's how well that this team is playing together. But let's talk about the improvements that we've seen. Where is it coming from? Where does it stem from? And why have the Celtics made such a big leap this year?
I think it's maturity. I think these guys really enjoy playing with each other, and I think with Kyrie Irving last year, I think there was like a cloud hanging over that team. The chemistry wasn't there. I don't think everybody got along. You can see they're playing and having fun this year. They share the ball. Everybody is getting there in their spots. They know their roles. And that's the biggest key, man. You got to have fun when you play this game. And I didn't see this team having fun last year.
P, respect to USA Basketball, right? Because this past summer, when those guys played together, Marcus Smart, Jayson Tatum, Jalen Brown, I think they got a chance, Kemba Walker, to really understand each other. And look, Jayson Tatum stepped up. Like I said it before, he's playing like an MVP caliber type level over the last 15 games, and he's not taking long twos anymore like he was taking last year. He's taking threes, he's getting to the rim. He's playing at a different level, and they get Gordon Hayward to play as well, too. They might have the best, maybe the best starting 5 in the NBA right now.
They have the best collection of 6'8" and under players in the game, and they average the most points amongst them. And I was really surprised at the statistic that Kemba, Jalen Brown, and Tatum averaging over 20. I would have sworn that you guys' big three had done that.
No one averaged 20 on the big three. No one.
Yeah, I wasn't really surprised.
We weren't putting up the numbers like the scoring numbers. They're averaging over 115 points a game. You know, the scoring is up. So
Well, y'all play more conventional. They play smaller. They play faster.
I was
People shoot
gonna-
earlier in the shot clock.
You brought up the size, and like you said, their center is 6'8". So is that something that's going to be a problem down the stretch?
When the Greek Freak come to town, that's going to be a problem. When Embiid is attacking the paint, that's going to be a problem. And so they're able to do it in the regular season. They have so many talented players that are able to mask it. But it's going to be interesting based on their matchups in the playoffs if that's something that's going to bite them.
And like a bench, J. Rose. I mean, after you get by, that's a major concern for them.
That's my only concern is the bench play.
Third fewest bench points in the NBA, only averaging 28 per game.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.